Today we've hired a scooter so that we can get ourselves out and about around Siem Reap. We've decided to come up to Angkor Wat so that we can have a look round, haven't we?
Yep.
We've got beautiful sunny skies and we've come across some beautiful places already. The whole idea behind it is that we are going to get our tickets for Angkor Wat for tomorrow. If you get there at 4:45 in the evening, you can then use your ticket the night before to actually go and see any of the temples and also go and see the sunset. And then also it means that we beat the queues in the morning.
No queues in the morning.
For sunrise, because we've already got to be up and out at 5 o'clock.
Yep, I mean early start.
But I think it's a good way of doing it.
Yeah, and there is Scoopy. Scoopy's just over there. As you can see, Scoopy is a beautiful, beautiful specimen of a motorbike. Parks up with a wonderful view of this lake. And we could just go and get some lunch.
Let's go. So we've hired our bike and we are travelling around the Angkor Wat. I want to call it a reserve because basically it's a huge piece of land. We'll learn more tomorrow, but it's a huge piece of land that's got lakes in it and it's got temples, and you can, well, the only way of getting around is either to go on a guided tour or to have a tuk-tuk driver to take you around, or to hire a scooter, which is what we've decided to do today as we head down for sunset. But it's a really good way because it means that you can stop and start where you want to. And also we've seen a lot more of Cambodian life by doing it this way. We've had lots of people waving at us as we've gone along, lots of children waving. We haven't really seen many Westerners on bikes. It's nothing like Thailand where every other person is a Westerner. But it's definitely worth doing it this way, I think. Certainly for today, if you just want to get around and have a look at what's going on. And here is an example of what we were just saying. As you cycle along, you just come across beautiful, beautiful, beautiful temples. Obviously you can't go into them unless you've got a ticket, but if you were just wanting to like have an experience of seeing them, then it's a great way to do it. That's the high school that we're just going past in the middle of nowhere. And this is us on our scooter. And we are quite enjoying it.
Scooter's called Scoopy.
Yeah, it's Scoopy the scooter. Stuart's very good at driving it, to be fair. I haven't had a go yet. I keep saying that I will, but the roads are really still a little bit busy for my liking. I might wait till Thailand. We've just come across this sort of like a town, really. I mean, there's a nail salon there, there's clothes shops, there's a market, get your SIM card, get everything basically here. We have gone through like some villages where Cambodian people definitely live. But yeah, this is a bit of the life that you don't necessarily see when you're staying in the big cities, or you're only ever going into tourist areas. You don't actually probably realise how poor Cambodia really is. There's a real mix of rich and poor in this country. We've actually found out that if you come to the Angkor Wat main centre, you can buy your tickets actually at any time for tomorrow, as long as you're very specific about the fact that you just want a one-day pass and you want it for the following day. Once you've got your ticket, you can then actually go into any of the temples this evening from 5 p.m. So we actually will be able to go and see the sunset. So it's a kind of freebie sunset, really, isn't it?
That's what the lady said, you're getting sunset for free.
She said we're getting sunset for free. So we're really happy about that because we've got sunset for free and then we've got our ticket and we had a good look around as well. So dead easy to do. They speak great English. You can go to the service desks behind. You can pay by card. They take all different types of cards. And they've also got a self-service desks that we're not sure if they work yet, but they look as if they've all been set up ready. So you can actually do it there. And the other guide that we spoke to said that you can also do it online. So lots of options to get your tickets.
The important thing to remember, folks, is this ticket centre is not at Angkor Wat. It is in the city of Siem Reap. You cannot buy tickets for Angkor Wat at the temple. You have to buy your tickets here or online before making your way to the temple. Don't make that mistake.
Have fun.
Because like at lunch I was talking to her, she couldn't hear me, but then, I think it's just me that she is.
We have just seen sunset at Angkor Wat.
We did.
Bit of advice, if you want to get a seat and be fairly comfortable,
And an uninterrupted view.
then you probably want to get here early. I'd say
Definitely.
probably about an hour before sunset.
Yeah, I think so.
The other thing is it's really steep, the staircase to get
Yeah.
up here.
Yeah.
The path up is quite long.
Yeah.
It took us about 20 minutes or so to get up.
Yeah.
Really steep stairs. You cannot bring any food or drink.
No food or drink in. Can't come up here if you're pregnant either.
You can't come up here for under 12.
No.
So, and there is security at the bottom of the stairs checking on everybody.
And you will have probably seen from the video that there are some restoration works going on at the moment. So I think we've got 2 big cranes at least that we can see. But it's good that they are restoring it because it is amazing to see.
Having returned from sunset at Angkor Wat, we have brought the motorbike back and we are now in Pub Street in Siem Reap. You can get beer in Pub Street for 75 cents. You can get a spirit and a mixer for $1.50. And you can get married in Pub Street by the look of things because there's a couple here that look like they've just tied the knot. It does get a lot louder later on at night. They do turn the music up a bit louder than what it is at the moment.
But at least it's not crazy like some of the ones that we've seen elsewhere.
Yeah, certainly nothing like...
Family orientated. Certainly in the week, I'm sure of a Saturday and a Friday, it's very different. It's probably wild. But for us, this is just about right.
Yeah. Hang on, draft beer 50 cents. This gets cheaper. Only 50 cents for draft beer. Should we go in here?
Yeah.
Come on. Good morning from Angkor Wat. Here we are this morning on our way to sunrise. It's a bit dark now, but hopefully it won't be soon. There's a lot of people waiting. The sun has almost risen over Angkor Wat.
It has.
It's almost risen. You can see it just there.
Moon's still out though.
The moon's still out. It's quite busy. There's a lot of people here. I think if you were getting here very, very early, you may get a spot by the lake, which is kind of just over our shoulder there. You might get a spot there, but to be honest with you, it's a sunrise. You can see it from anywhere.
Very true.
This is the moment of sunrise. It is exactly 6:21 a.m. and the sun has risen. Haven't seen them with dancing lights over the temple yet, have we?
Not yet.
But they've just opened up the main temple and you can now start exploring. I really don't think it's easy to sum up the enormity of this place. It is absolutely huge. We came in to the temple right at the very, very far end, and it just keeps going and going and going. It really is unbelievable. We have now come to Ta Prohm.
Also known as Tomb Raider Temple, which I'm really excited about seeing because people say it's more natural and there's lots of trees and roots and things growing over the temple. So
Yeah, and our tuk-tuk driver has said to us that he'll bring us to this one second after the main Angkor Wat temple, because this is the one that gets really, really, really busy. So it's what, 7:30 in the morning now, and
10 to 8.
it's 10 to 8 in the morning now, and yeah, we've just arrived at this one. So this is going to be, well, this is the one you're looking forward to the most.
Definitely. So here we are, and you can see, hopefully, the tree roots that have grown into the base of the temple, and it just goes up and up and up. The place was actually in ruins. Over there you can see there's new sandstones where they're doing a lot of conservation work and trying to rebuild. Some of the photos that we've seen, they were literally just rocks on the floor, and the Indian government actually came and helped start to rebuild it. But yeah, this is it, in the middle of the jungle, and you can hear all the birds, all the animals. It's just lovely and peaceful. We're now inside, and there it is. That's the iconic picture that everybody talks about, is the tree. Just so you saw it from the front, and now you can see it from the back. There is the tree growing through.
No, it's okay. Thank you.
This is inside the temple. The architecture and the bricks are just huge. And this is just one of many of the temples at Angkor Wat complex. But you come out and then you just come out into more. But you can see what we were saying. There's like all the bricks that have fallen down, and somebody at some point is going to have to do some conservation work to preserve it. So a lot of the temples that we've only seen 2 so far, but the 2 that we've seen, they've had scaffolding and conservation work being done on them to preserve really what is the natural wonders of the world. And you have to just remind yourself that that is actually real. So that is real tree roots? Is it?
Yeah.
It is. I'm doubting myself. I can see the tree because the tree is up there. But that is the tree root that obviously they're holding up there. But this is actually coming through. This is just such a cool temple. What do you think, Stuart?
I think this is nothing short of spectacular. Look at that.
This is the other side of the tree that I've just filmed. And again, you just have to remind yourself that we're not on a movie set, but it's real. It's a real tree that's just grown over everything. For fear of sounding like we're going on and on and on and on, I think it's just because, like, you know, when you read about something and you know that it's going to have a tree across the temples, but actually being here and seeing it for real is surreal. It's just fabulous.
Wow.
It was just the best.
So we've now just finished.
Oh, we don't want to leave it. We just want to
Oh,
keep staying in there and just looking.
you can stay there as long as you want, and we've been in there for over an hour, and literally having to keep doing that and close my mouth because we're walking around just going, wow, wow, wow. Every corner we turned in that temple, we were just like, wow.
Yeah.
It's for me, it's only the second one we've done today, but I don't think there's anything can beat that.
No, it would be difficult because, like we said, you kept thinking that you were on a film set and you just had to keep reminding yourself that you weren't, and that was real, and we really were in it, in the jungle. So if you don't have any time or only have very limited time, Angkor Wat for sure, but then make this your number one priority.
But this one is getting busier now.
Yeah, so get here early.
There are bigger groups coming now.
Yeah.
It's getting a lot busier. So, yeah, get here early and you'll have the place to yourself, literally like what we did. There could have only been 10, 20 people in there when we were there. But, yeah, there's coach loads arriving now. And Louise, where are we?
We are at Victory Gate, called this if you won a war. If you didn't win a war, then you went through the gate of death. Thankfully, we think we're winners today.
Because we're going to go
Through the Victory Gate.
Exactly. Let's go and do it. Come on. It's now midday and we have been doing the temple tour for 7 hours. The whole
It
7.
doesn't feel that long though, to be fair. And I think because we started the day early, it means that it hasn't been too crowded, and actually, more importantly, the sun is now like so hot.
Yeah, it's
Like
kind
so
of,
hot. I wouldn't want to be doing it for many more hours.
I think it's about 33 degrees at the moment. And I think one of the things that the temples give you is a little bit of shade when you're inside.
Yeah.
Because some of the rooms are really quite cool when you go into them. Cool as in cold cool.
Still cool.
But still cool. And I genuinely thought I'd be templed out by now. I think I thought that by around about lunchtime I'd be ready to go, but
Yeah, no, still got a few more temples left in us, I think.
I think so.
I think so, yeah.
We'll go and have a look at this next one. And then we're off to the Wall of Elephants. Looking forward to that. As promised, here is the Wall of Elephants. I really love the way that they use the elephant trunks as a way of almost holding the wall up on all the corners. And then, I don't know if you can pick these out, but there is each one of them is a huge elephant there. It's 1 o'clock.
And the final temple of the day for us, because you can't get round them all in one day, and we want to just enjoy what we've seen rather
Definitely.
than being completely shattered. Also, I think I can hear the pool calling our names with the sunbed on for this afternoon.
Exactly, we're on 17,000 steps.
Yay!
At 1 o'clock in the afternoon. We've been at it for a long time.
Yep.
And yeah, the day is just getting hotter and hotter, and I think we are getting to the point of enjoying them.
But it's time to make this the last one.
Definitely. I think it's fair to say this temple isn't in the same condition as many of the others, and it will be repaired at some point in time, but there really is only the central passageway that seems to be clear all the way through from one side of the temple to the other, but certainly all the other parts are all closed off with fallen rocks.
Well, that concludes our trip of some of the temples along the Angkor Wat complex. It's been really, really interesting. Sorry, there was like a fly. And another one. I need to get out of the jungle. I need to get back into the I need to get into the swimming pool.
Yeah, that's where we're going to go now. Back to Siem Reap, back to the hotel. Time to chill off, and maybe even have a beer away from that fly that keeps on bothering you. So yeah, let's head back to Siem Reap and chill out.
Very much like Vietnam, in Cambodia, cash is king. You can pay for things in reals and you can pay for things in dollars. Dollars are absolutely the preferred choice of many people here. There are lots of banks. I'm stood outside the Canadian bank, and you've got a Cambodian commercial bank across the way, and there are also ATM machines everywhere. Just be mindful that when you do use an ATM machine, they will charge you a $5 transaction fee. So probably best to get your cash out in one go, as long as you can store it safely, to just reduce the amount of transaction fees that you are actually going to pay.
con ruộng cái lô má ruộng, ở thứ hai pram mong mua cái mũi mông,ให้ความเทียบมีรวงเหรอมีรวงอ่ะ
The walking tour that we're doing is a really useful walking tour. The guide has given us lots of really good information as to what all of these particular models and statues relate to within the Buddhist religion. This walking tour really is fun. There's a lot to be learnt from this lady who's doing this tour with us. This old road sign is definitely a throwback to the colonial times when Cambodia was ruled by France. The area that we're in at the moment used to be royal residences. The old king, before he died, would come, and this would be his office. The building across there in the background would be where he would sleep. However, since his death and his son has taken over, he doesn't stay there anymore, but he does go and stay at the building that you can see beyond the gates down there. That's the Grand Hotel de Angkor, otherwise known as the Raffles Hotel. And we have now arrived at the Made in Cambodia market. Not only are the products that are in this market made in Cambodia, but it's also a bit of social enterprise as well. The first shop that we have here that has all the knitted products in the window. Those products will be made by unemployed single mothers. They'll make them and they'll sell them through that shop, and the shop will take some of the profit, and the producers will also take some of the profit as well. So it's a really good social enterprise, and a really nice place to come, get out of the sun and see some nice products for sale.
In Siem Reap, there are many places that you can get massage, You can get foot massage, and everybody's always trying to call you in for everything. Well, now they've taken it to another level, because now if you come in to the fish spa, then you can sit and have your feet nibbled with the dead skin, and you can have a beer as well at the same time. So this has clearly tempted Stuart in.
So he could never forget it.
Exactly.
Oh my.
And so now, Stuart, how are you feeling about having
you?
How are you feeling about that?
It tickles like there's no tomorrow.
I would never do it in a million
Like
years.
looking at people, and you get a beer.
That's all he's doing it for, is to get a beer.
Well, you figure out. Enjoy your beer. I am going to do this myself one day.
Are you?
Yeah.
So Stuart has had his fish feet in with the fish now for a little while, and if you look, you can actually see that clearly Stuart probably has quite a bit of dead skin on those feet, because those fish are literally going for it. But Stuart, would you recommend having a fish spa?
Yeah, definitely. The Hanuman beer
Yeah.
is a good touch. It's
Yeah.
lovely, nice dark beer, and I mean, they're properly going at it. They are really chomping. There is no doubt about it. They are chomping away on that dead skin.
So if you've got nothing better to do whilst you're in Siem Reap, and you want to break from Angkor Wat and everything that Angkor Wat brings, which is usually very tired legs and sore feet, then why not get yourself down and have a fish spa? While Stuart was having his feet nibbled, I decided that I'd take myself off, and so walked around the shops and got some postcards. First shop wanted $1 a postcard, and the second shop wanted 50 cents. So 3 postcards purchased. Sat in Viva restaurant, which is a Mexican, had a little rum and coke, $2. Wrote my postcards, and then in Siem Reap you can take your postcards to several shops where they'll sell you a stamp for $1, and they'll also post it on your behalf. So felt very safe sitting out here as a lone female traveller for an hour while Stuart was out, but felt absolutely fine. It feels a really comfortable place to be as a female traveller. So yeah, postcards are on their way. Just off Pub Street, kind of opposite Pub Street, there's a restaurant called the Red Anchor. We came here last night. We were a bit dubious because it seemed so cheap, but it was full. So we came in, we had a drink, and we ordered just 2 things off the menu as a starter, which were the spring rolls and the mushroom tempura. And it was great. We then ordered our main course. Nothing happened. We were absolutely grand overnight. We were all tickety-boo, if you know what we mean. So we've come back tonight, and the menu is still as cheap as chips. So tempura is $2, spring rolls $1, main courses anything from $2.50 up to, wow, $15 if you want a USA steak, which will have travelled quite a long way to get to Cambodia. But just to show you some of the other things on the menu, here you go. So we have a steamed crocodile tail. If you want to be really adventurous, you'll go for the steamed crocodile head. And then you can also have a bit of spicy steak or snake, not steak. Or if you're really adventurous, then you can go for the spicy fried frog. Alternatively, you could just go for some other dishes that you're more familiar with, but enjoy if you come here.
And just like that, Louise has just said about having crocodile head, and these people here have just ordered the crocodile head. Yeah, it looks really interesting. We're going to leave them to enjoy their meal. They did say it was okay to film the crocodile head. After seeing someone eating crocodile head, this young fella has decided that he's going to have crocodile tail. He looks like he's going to enjoy it. Does he look good?
Yes.
Yeah? You going to enjoy this?
Oh
No. The food has arrived. I have Penang curry with some rice. Louise has some, it's like a, it's called a mock curry, which is,
Fish, or you can have chicken,
yeah, which is,
served in a coconut, which is lovely.
yeah, that's clearly served in a coconut with some rice. But more importantly, we also ordered some crocodile, because as you'll have seen previously, we've had some previous guests have ordered coconut head. Then we had the little boy who crocodile head. Then we had somebody who ordered the tail. So Louise is going to go with some barbecued crocodile.
And you can actually see it's still got, yeah. I have no idea what it tastes of. It's just very chewy. I can't relate it to anything. It's not chicken. I can't relate it to anything other than it's a crocodile.